Thank you. Neil Hamilton.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer, and I thank Simon Thomas for acting as the warm-up act to the series of questions I'm about to put on related topics. The Cabinet Secretary will be aware that the Welsh Government has required Powys County Council to increase its generating targets for electricity from renewables, from wind power, in fact, from 50 megawatts to 600 megawatts. That could see another 200 to 300 windmills desecrating the landscape of Mid Wales. Over 40% of all the land mass of Powys outside of the Beacons National Park, and up to 14 turbines could automatically therefore be approved because of the presumption of planning approval under the development plan. At Abergwesin, the Beguns, Pontyclun Hill, Merthyr Cynnog, Llandegli and Abercwmhir, and here Nant. And local residents are very concerned about the impact that such developments would have upon their daily lives, given that these projects can make no tangible difference to climate change, and even if you believe in the connection between increased CO2 and global warming, is it really worth wrecking people's lives and landscape?
Well, I was very pleased to answer Simon Thomas's questions about the very important conference that I attended last week. I'm not going to debate whether I believe in something with a member of UKIP. Frankly, that science has been there for many years and told us. Isn't it? In relation to wind farms, I do understand that some people have concerns about it, but I would think that those people would also be concerned if, when they put the light on, it didn't come on. And it's about making sure that we absolutely invest in renewable energy going forward.
Well, the Cabinet Secretary clearly doesn't understand that part of the problem with reliance on renewables is that the lights may well not come on when you press the switch. At the moment, the national grid is generating 3.33% of power from renewables, compared with 17.32% from coal and 49.68% by combined cycle gas turbines. Combined cycle gas turbine generation has to be maintained in order to cope with the intermittent nature of wind. The Council for Protection of Rural Wales has denounced as futile the reliance upon intermittent energy sources because of this duplication of cost, because the average capacity factor of wind turbines is only 20%. So for 80% of the time, they're not generating enough wind, and therefore they have to be supplemented by other sources of generation, doubling the capital costs, and also, in the process, of course, emitting CO2 emissions because of the energy-intensive nature of what needs to be created through their capital costs.
Well, I absolutely recognise that existing energy sources, such as coal, play an important role in the Welsh economy and providing our energy. But what we need to look at is the current, not just the current energy mix, but the energy mix going forward. And, in addition, in light of the Paris Agreement, which you may not want to sign up to, but I'm absolutely happy to sign up to, and I think most members in this chamber would be happy to sign up to, we are committed to a transition away from sources of energy, from those sources of energy, unless appropriate decarbonisation technologies come on stream. So it's absolutely vital we invest in renewable energy and alternative energy sources going forward.
Well, under the Paris Agreements, of course, India is going to treble its CO2 emissions in the next 15 years, and China is going to double them, whilst we are making the sacrifices which have been the subject of my questions this afternoon. But the Cabinet Secretary has responsibility also for rural affairs in the countryside, and tourism is vitally important in Mid Wales, and littering the countryside with windmills is going to do nothing to attract tourists to Mid Wales. I'm asking the Cabinet Secretary just to have a sense of proportion on this, that there are plenty of places in which you can build wind farms or generate electricity in other renewable ways by solar panels, etc., in areas of outstanding natural beauty, which may not be national parks. Would it not be better not to have these wind farms and to concentrate on building them elsewhere?
Well, maybe when the member learns a bit more about Wales, you'll find that we're very rich in renewable resources. It's about balance. So the short answer to your question is no.